But look, FutureMark is here to give you the inside information. Telefriffrin, did you just change my background on me? Let's see if I can boost this up without going into the... If it sounds echoey at all, let me know so I can fix this friggin' thing, okay, over there? Hold on now a minute. I'm going to try to bring this up higher so it doesn't... Maybe it doesn't echo as much as if it gets closer to my Facheroo. Hold on a minute. Oops. I just don't want to see you. Like, I don't want to see this, like, thing over there, you know? I mean, like, what is going on over there, right? Hold on a second. Technical difficulties. Give me a moment there, things. That works. That works-ish. Hold on a minute. I can't do it like that. It's pushing off to the side. Sandra, you're going to have me do the lavalier myself? No, Telefriffrin, don't cover for her. She's terrible. She sees me here, like, fuddling around, trying to find, you know, the right connection for the lav. And she's going to sit there and be like, working on my nails. Your nails look fine, okay? I know you went already to the Asian spa right before showtime. You're going to do that right before showtime, and then when I'm about to do the most important part, which is to say, it's back to the future, Mark, you're going to sit there and go, did they give you one of those, like, little files? So you could be like, and call your husband? I know you like to call your husband and check on him. How's he doing? You weren't calling. What were you doing then? You were playing Tetris? That game's so... Why would you be playing Tetris? I was there when that was invented. Sandra, I took a time machine back, went a little too far. It was like the Bruce Lee thing. I'm back all of a sudden. I'm in the room with Yamaguchi Shikugi as he created Tetris. I'm sitting there and I said, move the block down and then slide it over right at the very end to create a full level and let those blocks fall down a little bit because you can't go too high. If you go too high and you hit the top, Sandra, I think you know what happens. That's right. Game over. Anyway, look, it's almost game over for you because I think you are Bush League sitting over there on the sideline like, let me do my nails. Again, like nobody is up close enough looking at your nails like that but you. Don't you think it's a little weird that you're going like this? Nobody's doing that to you. No. Yeah. What, you tell me when the last time that happened. You're full of it. Nobody does that. I've never walked up to a person in my life and be like, excuse me, when I shake your hand, can I take your hand and look at it and go like this? I love your cuticle to nail polish ratio. That was a good ratio you picked. Did you get that one on Pinterest? How did you find that? Again, I was there when the creation of Pinterest took place. Kind of was doing a skipperoo around the timelines. And you know, I can't go into the future, only into the past. Classification, stage 2. I don't have the ability to go higher into the stage 3, stage 4, which is into the future, and see when we go into the sector 9 is what they call it. That's when basically the last 7 people go and create their own civilizations within the civilization, and then there's 0 people left except for the clones. And it's a clone war situation. So we're going to get into that one. But look, I want to try to get to some questions here, and I apologize because I'm dealing with a Sandra situation. And if you guys know anything about Sandra, she's just freaking stinking terrible. I'm sitting here trying to fix my collar so I could do my future cast. And she's going to sit there like that with her cute... No! Okay, do me a favor. If you can't beat the next level, let me know. I'm coming over. I'm pretty darn good at Tetris. Again, I was there with the creator. So just let me know, okay? What level are you on? You're only 13? Are you kidding me? You can't beat level 13 Tetris? That's ridiculous. That level is so simple. I do it with one arm and with one eye over there while the other one's... I'm looking over at Julie when I go back to the campfire. And I got one eye on Tetris. And I'm just bringing over the blocks. Telefriffrin! You changed my background! I'm right in the middle of the future cast. I was about to share the most exciting detail of all, Telefriffrin, and you freaking change the background on me? Where's McGreedyson when you need him? I thought you guys were double teaming the FutureMark, the Back to the FutureMark series. You're not going to double team. Where's our number 2? Oh, he's going number 2. I didn't know. I thought that he was just skipping out on us today. So he's just in the bathroom right now. That's fine. Telefriffin, don't change the scene. I'm in a moment. When I'm in a moment, you don't cut me out of that moment. You don't change the scene. All of a sudden, I forget the FutureCast moment that I was on. I was right in the process of giving them some gold again. I was about to share the story about the time that China goes to. We're not gonna get into that one though now, because you made me feel really negative about getting into that topic. Nobody wants to talk about the next World War. No. Nobody wants to hear about it after you act like that. When's McGreedyson getting out? Oh, what did he eat? Oh, that's disgusting. Look, I don't want to hear any more. All right, just do me a favor. Tell me when we're live. No, Susan, you keep doing your nails. I'm fine now. You see, I fixed it's a little weird. I can see it. I don't want to see it. So, I mean, you should be doing your job right now. Where are you in this situation? Can't believe this. I'm here. I'm getting paid SAG minimums to come out here and tell my story. You want me to tell a story of the future, and you're going to sit there and do the and you're going to go over there and tell me McGreedyson's in the bathroom doing a number 2? I was asking where our number 2 is. The second director. You tell me he's doing a number 2, he's in the bathroom doing a number 2. I don't figure it out until later. Like, I'm in the middle of a scene and the backdrop all of a sudden switches. Like, how can you be so terrible as a director? Ed Wood. What, are you going for the 8th consecutive year Ed Wood Award winner? Like, or is it 9th? I forget. I forget how many years in a row you've won the Ed Wood Award. I know it's a lot. I know it's a lot. I think you have the most in history. You're like the Christopher Walken of Saturday Night Live with the Ed Wood Award. The most in history. Yeah. Anyway, let's see if we can get to some questions here and try to lighten up the load, because Telefriffin, you're taking me out of the mood. And Susan, I don't even want to talk to you with your dumb nails. What? They're fake nails? You added the add-on nails? You just put them on with stick-ons? They're stick-on nails? And you're doing one of these? Like, I gotta make sure they're perfect. They freaking came from a factory. Are you kidding me? Oh my, I think the pinky one is a little, you're the one who's a little, you're sitting there in the middle of production. And you're gonna do that? Bush League, that's all I can say. This entire thing. This production off a mountaintop. Look, I may just go back in my time machine and get the hell out of here. I don't have time for this type of incompetence. Randy Telefriffin, no, he's real, don't worry about it. He's really like, you ever seen the movie Full Metal Jacket? Yeah, it's a great movie. Oh, he's as good as that director. Really? He's that good? He's the director of Full Metal Jacket? Telefriffin. I got Telefriffin. I'm there. I'm trying to do a scene. Susan won't help me with my microphone. Telefriffin's being a Telefriffin. He's there, he's just looking past me. Telefriffin. I'm the talent sitting in front of you trying to tell my story about the past. And you're looking right through me like there's a beautiful woman behind me. Is there a beautiful woman? What are we doing? I don't understand. Oh, but watch, we're going to change the scene right while he's in the middle of a future cast. Susan, don't laugh. Unbelievable. You can't help me with the lavalier mic? You can sit there and laugh while you look at your nails? Why did you pick the multiple nail color combination? What's the deal with that? You couldn't order stick-on nails that were all the same color? You had to go with the crayons selection? Oh, yellow, green, blue, red, orange. What? What is that? Are you 6? You can't do your job. You're sitting there looking at your crayon nails. Husbands, you don't call your husbands, you're playing Tetris. I rest my case. Anyway, look, Telefriffin, just don't change the scene again. And let's get into some questions here. This is Back to the FutureMark, episode 6, and we're about to get into it. Tonight, this is another Q&A, and I just want to say one thing to you. If you're here today, you've done something right. And that's FutureMark's quote to you every time we're live, so don't forget that. But anyway, let's see what kind of questions we have tonight. Anybody there with any questions? Look, I'm going to start from the bottom, so I need you guys to say your questions right now, because when FutureMark gets out of the time machine, through the black hole, time machined, out of here, into the forests of Endor, which is really a place, you got to give respect and allow him to speak his piece and tell you the future. Look, not a 8-ball future, like I've been there, lived there, and I'm back to tell you about it. That type of future. Anyway, let's see what kind of questions we have here, if there are any. Any questions that have come through from the Renaissance family chat? I'm here, thank goodness that I am here tonight, and I'm able to answer these questions for you without a, let's just say it, a bodyguard. Yeah, like I guess someone could try to take me out. I'm here trying to tell you the future. You can't tell us the future. Future, no one's allowed to tell you. You can change the future. You can't change the future. You didn't go over that last time. You guys knew about Terminator. You still did it. Dummies. Oh, yeah, let's see if we can actually turn it around. We could control the AI. Didn't you see Terminator 1 through 57? They all say the same story. Man dies. Terminator. Oh, yeah, thanks for making me into a machine. Machine kills man. Oh, I got an idea. AI's really cool. What is wrong with you? I'm in 2769. Only people left are me and 6 other people. Everybody else died from friggin' Arnold Schwarzenegger. And then no, I'm safe. Nope. But look, that's what happened. You can't fault people for thinking, the government tells me the truth. It happens all the time. Anyway, let's see what questions we have. Oh, yeah, so Juniper Berry says, does the president currently in office actually make guns illegal? And the simple answer is no, he tries to. He forgets what he's saying halfway to the water fountain, and he poops his pants. Into a double diaper, though, so don't worry about it. He's safe from the spillover. Wait, hold on a second. I'm sorry, I got that wrong. It was a triple diaper. And when you got a triple diaper situation going on, you got to really have a bad accident in order for it to become an issue for those around you. So he was okay. Bottom line, though, he forgot about it on the way. And so, no, you're good. Don't worry about it. Juniper, it was a triple diaper situation. Here's a question from Moment of Truth. I got to tell you, Moment of Truth had some amazing questions yesterday for the 5th episode of Back to the Future Mark. So let's get to Moment of Truth's first question of the evening. Hey, Future Mark, is Bigfoot real? Abso-friggin-lutely. You didn't see Chewbacca? Let me explain something to you. Chewbacca was designed off of a future version of Bigfoot. Bigfoot winds up being the governor of Colorado. It's a small town in Colorado Springs outside. Yeah, Bigfoot becomes the governor. And that's what they get respect after that. And we realize that they can talk. And they're not as smart as you and me, but they're pretty darn smart. They can knock down walls. There's a guy named Sonny the Fists that can take down a pyramid. There's a couple Bigfoot that have been known to take down pyramids, okay? They don't have fists as big as that guy, but they're still pretty ferocious, yeah. But it's a simple answer, yes. Absolutely, there are Bigfoot. There are a couple of humans that are eaten by Bigfoot, but not really. Look, they get along. That was just a situation where the human was being a jerk, and he was like, hey, stupid Bigfoot, I'm better than you, I'm smarter than you. Bigfoot was like, pop. It's just like a simple back. Look, these things. Telefriffrin! I'm here in the middle of a future cast. I'm telling them all about Chewbacca. You're going to change the background on me here? We're stuck in here in the middle of the forest? I don't like this scene, Telefriffrin. You put me at the worst scenes. You put me in places with a blurry background. You're terrible, Telefriffrin. Telefriffrin, I'm telling you what. Ed Wood would be proud. Ed Wood would be so proud of you. He'd be like, yeah, we got the greatest director in the world. No, the worst, but Ed Wood thinks everything that's the worst is good. So he'd be like, you're the best. Terrible, terrible Telefriffrin. Look, I just want to explain one thing to you, Teleferfrin. I'm getting rid of you. As soon as McLearison's back, you are sitting in the background and taking number 2 from him. Is he still in the bathroom? What is this? I can't work under these conditions. Teleferfrin, if you change the background again, I'm throwing something at you. Or I'm calling over to Adam and I'm going to ask him for another director, I guess, maybe, because you can't do the job. Sorry I gotta be that way, but terrible Teleferfrin. Anyway, let's see if there's any other questions here. Oh, Jason Vickery has a great question for us. The question is, FutureMark, what is the main method of transportation in 2769? Well, actually, it's interesting you asked that question. There's a new design module that's kind of released in the 2300s where you're allowed to use your own gases, essentially, when you 2-diluter, and create a vacuum seal situation. And it allows you to exhaust yourself into the air, anti-gravity suit, you're flipperooing it, you get there, you get your groceries and go home. You just have to make sure you eat nachos whenever you need to do that. You got to fill that tank, okay? But that's the main, mode of transportation. We also have like Teslas. Everybody's got a Tesla. And the thing is they're all like, you have a personal driver. Morgan Freeman's your driver and it's driving Miss Daisy. And the crazy thing, I don't know why they cloned Morgan Freeman and they made him every freaking taxi driver, but you walk in, he's like, where can I take you to? And you're like, I don't know, Morgan Freeman. And he's like, how about to the store? I don't even know how he sounds, but so you go to the store, Morgan Freeman drops you off. That's what you got. And whenever you're going to a show, it's Morgan Freeman. What show would you like to see? I got to go and listen to Morgan freaking Freeman. But that's what happens. Morgan Freeman, he's the driver. And you're like, oh, thank you, Morgan. They did that with a few people. It was kind of weird. The other thing I wanted to share, this is off topic. I'm not sure if this comes up tonight, but someone asked me the other day, are there any other people from the past in your future? And the simple answer is, yeah. You know one of them. He's a friggin' billionaire here. Elon Musk. Yeah. He's from the future, guys. I don't know if you know this. And it's a crazy thing because he is one of those people who had his classification, the 2nd level classification before me. I was class 2 after him. He's class 4 now. He can go into the future. Like Elon Musk has been to the year 17,342. You should ask him about it. Be like, Elon, what happens in the year 17,342? He'll be like, I don't know, I can't tell you. He won't tell you. He's got it down. He keeps that stone cold face. But that's what happens. Elon Musk, he comes, he goes back and forth. Why do you think he has all that information? Oh, I'm putting a Hyperloop. But today you don't think that he really has all those ideas, do you? Like, what? No, it's like, coming from the future, coming back and taking all the good ideas and he brings them back and pretends they're his. Yeah. It happens. That's what happens. Teleferfrin! At least you put me with a waterfall in the background, but gosh, all freaking mighty. I was about to break off a tangent and tell them a little personal story. In a way, you saved me. You saved me, Teleferfrin. Because sometimes they say a time traveler should never expose their soul. No. You should never share too much with the world around you, because once they get into your heart, they can get into your soul. And once they're into your soul, good luck, buddy. Anyway, what's that, Susan? No, I know I'm okay, Susan. Now she's like, so Teleferfrin, let me get this straight. We're trying to set up the scene, right? And she's like, now I'm in the middle of the show. I'm in the middle of a bit, right? I'm right in the middle. You change the scene, so I'm about to yell at you, and that's okay, because you did something wrong. She thinks she could ask me, oh, can I do something for you, FutureMark? Excuse me, I needed you before, doing the freaking lavalier mic. Instead, you're over there with your color-coded nails. What did you pick the orange one for? Is that for when you eat nachos? You want to make sure you just don't have nacho sauce in your fingers, so your nail is an orange nail? The green, what's that one for? You picker noser? Like, what are we doing over here? I don't know why you went with the Crayola crayon section. Oh, they're like, oh, look, we can give you ones with little diamonds on your nails. Oh, we can do ones that have little flowers on it. Or we can do ones that look like Crayola crayons. That's you, Crayola crayon lady. Unbelievable. Did you call your husband yet? Of course not. Tetris. What level are you on? You're still on level 13? What is going on in the situation here? I don't understand how you could be so terrible at Tetris. You got terrible telefriffin and terrible at Tetris. That's what's going on right now. Here's a good one. Juniper Berries came up with another. It said, FutureMark, what happens when the government releases the UFO info in a few days? Oh, the world goes friggin' crazy. Yeah, we thought everybody would be cool with it because they have TikTok and they've got YouTube and they've got Facebook, but they all thought it was fake the whole time. They thought that kids were just playing pranks. Now they found out the truth. Everybody went nuts. Jeffro over there, Jeffro went crazy because he barely tunes in. He's usually working in the field. He doesn't really tune in. So when he did, he was getting all this. He's like, oh, that's not a real UFO. And he thought it was fake. He never saw one when he was working in the field with his pitchfork. So no, Jeffro didn't believe it. And all of a sudden he's listening in and they're like, yeah, the UFOs are real. He's like, what's going on over there? And all of a sudden, Jeffro freaked out. Yeah. He dropped his pitchfork, ran down to the end of the driveway, said, Louise! Louise comes running down around the corner. She was at her friend Becky's house. She's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? She's like, you're not going to believe UFOs is real. They're like, what? She's like, yeah, this is crazy. We got to go inside and grab our luggage. They get their luggage. They go down underground storage, like, you know what I mean? Like, I made myself an underground bunker. They're down there. They lock it for 37 years. They pulled a Christopher Walken from the Time Machine movie with Brendan Fraser back in the day. Back in whatever the heck it was. And that's where they are. They come out in 2047. Look, they had enough food, which was good. They were down there. They got to that first. There was an area where you're able to break the seal. Besides that, it was a little creepy though. It was just like the Blast from the Past movie. Got it. When he dances with his mother, he learns about, the female and telefriffin. What are we doing? I got a telefriffin doing every time. I'm right in the role. I'm right in the middle of giving you something that I know you need. A piece of the future. And telefriffin. He's just existing, I guess, at this point. You know what, telefriffin? How freaking long of a number 2 is McGreedyson going to take? Are you sure he's still here? Or is he just playing hooky today? He's getting paid. And he's in the toilet right now? What is going on? I don't understand why you would allow him to get away with that. You're allowing me to beat the hell out of you. You're terrible, that's why, but you can't go and go check on him? Why don't you do this? You just changed the scene horribly again. Why don't you go and walk over and check on McGreedyson? See how he's doing, okay? I don't want to look at you right now. I'm kind of frustrated with the fact that you keep changing my background. Anyway, so let's see what other questions we have here. Well, he checks out McGreedyson, who's obviously having some stomach issues tonight. Look, I don't want to blame him for that. Shouldn't have ate. I don't even want to tell you what he ate. Anyway, let's see what's next. I gotta grab my coffee. This is a special brew. This is a 2769 brew right here. Sorry. You see, when you have a future brew of coffee, you can't share it because it could change the timeline continuum. And that's just what we have to make sure. There's a fine line. We can't change the future, but if you have a coffee from the future, kind of snap all existence as we know it. It's really, really weird. Anyway, this is an interesting question. Let's see if we can get to the bottom of it. Could a person here in this time actually be from the future and not know it? The only way that would work is if they had been knocked in the head the moment they got out of the time machine. Say, for example, Bruce Lee kicked him in the friggin' head. He kicked me in the chest, so I remembered it afterwards. But if you get... Freaking tell it, Reverend! Now I'm here and... Like, where am I? I'm in the trees? Thank you. That's my favorite one. I want to look at the satellite that was originally designed by Wayne Doppler. Tallest man alive, tallest man in history, actually. He wound up growing. You guys didn't know this because he was still growing. Wayne Doppler grows to be 18'7". Yep. Tallest man in history. Nobody's ever even come close to 18'7". But yeah, he went and doubled in size. Think about that. He was 8'9". All of a sudden 18'7". He's basically doubled plus a foot. Yeah. Dops. When you saw Doppler stand up, he was getting the rain at the end of his life like a good 3/8 of a second before everybody else. Yeah. He was the creator and patent holder of the Doppler 5001 through the Doppler 5964. And look, when you're someone as smart as Wayne Doppler, tallest man in history, Guinness Book, and also the inventor and creator of the Doppler 5001 through 5967, you get a pass. Yeah. So right now you actually may be able to see Doppler back. They built him into the ground when he passed. I'm not sure if you could see it. Right back there. He's there. Wayne Doppler. They built a shrine, and he's kind of encased in it. That's another way they figure out how to encase individuals in different types of statues in the future. And then you can live your existence as a statue. People pay respect to you as they go by. There's another guy who did that, Dick Face. His name. I don't know if you guys know who he is, but his name is Dick Face, and he was always looking for respect. Yeah, he gets it now. Like, people come in. They drive from all over the country. They fly in from all over the world to pay respect to Foch. But they do it, and it's kind of something that they know they need to do, because if they don't, then their soul is damned. Look, we want people to get to heaven. We're not trying to keep people out of heaven. We want them to get into heaven. So when you pay respect to Dick Face, that is kind of part and parcel of what happens as you become a candidate for first introduction. You're inducted first round, essentially, into heaven. You go up there, you're like, hey, St. Peter, how you doing? And they're like, oh, hey, what's going on, Chris? You're doing great. Oh, that's good. Did you pay respect to Dick Face? Yes, I did. Oh, good. You are inducted on the first round. How about that? Oh, like, yeah, I can't figure it out. Now you're in there, right? Inducted. Hall of Fame. You're there, inducted in heaven. Now you're being greedy about it. You're like, I want it. You can't. They kick you out. They're like, you can't be like that. You have to get rid of the human emotion, the negative stuff, and like going after people like that. Like, that's no good. They kick you out. So paying respect works to an extent, but if you're still a jerk, sorry. That's what happens. So what else can I answer for you? Is there any other questions before we wrap this puppy up? World Debt Now said, does Bill Gates become a great farmer? No, he doesn't do anything great his entire life. It winds up being that he's just mediocre. Yeah. In fact, what he was great at is being a thief, a liar, and a killer. Yeah, those are the three things that he was good at. Thief, liar, killer is an interesting thing, because everybody was like, yeah, he's so great. And even when you heard him speak, sometimes I'd be like, there's a little something off. I'm not sure what's going on if I trust that guy, you know? And he'd be like, well, Melinda, why don't we try to stop the population problem? Tell a friend, I'm doing the Bill Gates impression. I'm right in the middle of doing my token Bill Gates impression. FutureMark is considered the greatest Bill Gates impersonator in the year 2769. And you can't let that happen before changing the background. I'm doing an impression. You're going to sit there and try to mess with it. I'll tell you what. Taking a freaking swig of my coffee from 2769. Look, if you have a future cough, you can't do anything like negative. You're doing like positive things. It's cute future cough. I got my future call. I was going to get some extra future call for the Sonny the Fist guy. Didn't happen. But anyway, I'm going to see if I can answer one or two more questions before we get through it. But I hope that answers yours, World Debt Now. Terrible human, terrible at everything he ever did, and his motives become clear in the year 2022. They're kind of on their way. I'm just telling you. You're going to see it next year. Be like, well, what the hell happened? Here's a hint. Melinda! That's all I have to say. It's a hint. So, Cheryl has an interesting point, and this could be somewhat theoretical, but creating different timelines. Look, if you go back, here's a good example. Here's a very good example. If you go and you have, say, a relationship with someone in the year 2021, and you go, you're like, oh, look, I got away with it. No, you didn't. It was what was meant to happen. You see that kid in the future. Hey, you're my kid. Yeah, I know. You can't hide that. It was intentional. Here's the thing that's really going to mess with your head. If you didn't do it, then you wouldn't have been following the timeline's true timeline. Yeah. So, not much I could say besides, like, boom, you know, like, oh, so anyway, look, I can't do any more of this. I just want to say one thing to you guys. I truly appreciate you. Remember, when you are from the future, you want to make sure that people are aware of the coming events, and you don't want to be like, oh, I didn't know this was coming in 2416. Like, you didn't want to be ready that this is coming 2416? I gave you that information in 2021 so you could prepare. What? Yeah, that's the idea, is like, tell a friend, look, when you get the urge to discover the future, give me a call. Because right now you are not even discovering that camera. You're sitting there and just being like, stupid Susan's over there too with her dumb, I got yellow, green, blue, orange, and pink. You did a pink thumb? You did a pink thumb, and then you did Sesame Street colors and the rest. Like, woo! Look, that's on you. You're doing some crazy things, and I appreciate you. The fact that you're at least being honest about it, but like, I don't know. I almost feel bad in a way that you're walking around. You didn't. Do you know how to read? All right, so when they say color-coded, when they say Sesame Street colors, when they say building blocks colors from when you were 5 years old, you didn't know that meant that each one was a different color? What color do you think they are? You think they're all blue? She's colorblind. So I'm making fun of the fact that you got all these different colored in your nails. You're 46 years old and you're going, I got the Crayola crayons. And realistically, it's not your fault. Because you're colorblind. You think all of them are shades of blue. That would actually look pretty good. If you had all shades of blue, I'd be like, that is so cool, Susan. Forget about the lavalier mic. I'm fine. I'll do it myself. Give me an extra 30. You kick it over there and play Tetris and look at your stupid nails. But no. You didn't tell us that you're colorblind. You got to lead with that next time when you're wearing wacky, crazy nails like this. I'm just telling you. You know, people walk around and stare at you and you're like, oh no, look at my nails. They're like, oh, believe me, we are. So anyway, look, I appreciate you guys. Remember, this is a daily, maybe, I don't know, Q&A that we will be doing here. There's a good chance that we're going to be doing live call-ins as well with FutureMark. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe and notified the bell, because this show is live every single friggin' day. And just, you know, make sure if you are looking for a laugh, you show up. But more importantly, if you're looking for insights into the future, make sure you email me at FutureMark@protonmail.com. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm sorry. That's my old email. Make sure you send it to backtothefuturemark@gmail. And that is what we need to do. So listen, I appreciate you, and I will see you on the next Back to the Future Mark. Bye, man.